Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be where the narcissist thought you would be. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So where did the narcissist think you would be? The first place they thought you would be is available. You see, the narcissist didn't realize that you had the ability and the strength and the courage and the fortitude to go no contact and to block these people. If you didn't, you will do it soon enough, because that is the path. The narcissist believed that you would always be available to them. They believed that you would always put them high up on the pedestal. The narcissist believed that you would give them more and more chances, second, third, fourth, 20th opportunities. The narcissist believed that you would believe in the mask and believe in anything that they would tell you. Remember, the narcissist is a master manipulator, and what they want to do is they want to abuse people mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, any way possibly they can, because that makes them feel good. And you may say, if this is your first video, you may say, well, who would do that? Who in the right mind would do that? A person who doesn't care about humanity, a person who doesn't care about anybody but themselves. And what the narcissist wants to do is they want to get people hooked on them. The narcissist wants to be living in your mind rent-free. The narcissist wants you thinking about them and pining for them. And the narcissist wants to continue to toy with you. And the narcissist also wants you to do anything that they want you to do to the betterment of themselves, to the detriment of you. Go back in time when you were in the narcissistic relationship. First of all, you didn't know what narcissism was because you weren't taught this in school. But second of all, you thought that most people thought the same way you did, and they were like-minded, and they had your best interest at heart. Well, lo and behold, that's how you went through most of your life, perhaps. But then you met the narcissist, you met the juggernaut, and the narcissist took you on a roller coaster of emotions, really high, and they dropped you really low. They kept you in the spin cycle of emotions, the deep end of devastation, the cesspool of destruction. And what were they doing there? They were toying with you again. They were trying to get you hooked onto them. Remember, the narcissist cannot become attached to anybody. They can't fall in love, and they have no empathy. They just wear a mask to manipulate people, and they mirror back what that person wanted to see. At one point, that was you. It certainly was me. But when you are up against somebody who is wearing a mask, they're a shapeshifter, and they will do anything they can to get you to fall in love with them, or to get you to go into business with them, or to get you to put a roof over their head, or to raise their children, or to loan them money, etc. That is a very vulnerable position to be in, because we now know that many people are not who they appear to be, and the narcissist is at the top of that list. We also now know that everybody, and I mean everybody, reveals themselves in time. You do, I do, the narcissist already has, and so many other people will also. Side note, pro tip here, many times you're on the healing path and your support system will have been blown up not only by the narcissist, but by people not being able to tolerate what you're going through because they can't wrap their head around it. So be very careful of who you're communicating with, because these people will get burned out eventually. I know that firsthand, and now you're learning that too. The healing path is a journey that will take you on twists and turns of emotions. It's going to take you very high, just like the narcissistic relationship, and it's going to take you very low when you're ripping off the band-aids of reality. And when you're doing that, what you're doing is you're not ruminating and thinking exclusively about the good times with the narcissist. You're actually thinking about the not so good times. And then you get that sheet of paper out and you write the pro-con list, the good parts of the relationship and the not so good parts. And you will figure out rather quickly that the good parts of the relationship are dwarfed by the not so good parts. That is what you should be doing. But as the thumbnail mentions, where the narcissist thought you would be, they thought you would be stuck in the exact same place you were, in the devaluation stage or the discard stage, one of the two, wondering what had happened. Is the narcissist going to come back? Can they change? Will they change? Do they love me? Should I have done more? Could I have done more? If only I did A, B, and C. Maybe I could have done X, Y, and Z. They want you doubting yourself. And keep in mind also, when you are in these positions, and I certainly was there for a long period of time, when you're there, you don't know what's going on because, number one, you're processing what narcissism is. Number two, the person that just discarded you, or if you ended it yourself, either way, my heart goes out to you. But you're also processing that person did not have your best interest at heart. The next thing you're processing is that you're going to have to learn the glossary, the definitions and the terms in the narcissistic abusive cycle. And that's not even counting breaking the trauma bond. I broke the trauma bond. If I did it, you can do it, but it will take time. It will take a lot of time, but in your time, you will do it. You need to really slow your life down and focus on reality and practice radical acceptance and understand that that relationship was not what you thought it was or what you wanted it to be. It was exactly what it was. It was with a toxic person who was trying to drain you of your resources, which included your time, energy, effort, love, money, empathy, your status, your network, your social circle, your hobbies, your favorite restaurants, etc. This is what the narcissist wanted to do, and they do it, unfortunately, they do it better than anybody on the planet because they had done it before, and they're accustomed to people still pining for them. They're accustomed to keeping people on hold. That is why many times you'll hear the narcissist say things like this: I can get any of my exes back. All my exes want to get back with me. They'll say things like that. And maybe they even told you that when you were in the relationship, and you would be thinking to yourself, who would say that? And who cares? They're your exes for a reason. It didn't work out with the two of you. Maybe things just didn't work out and the relationship ended. But again, that's when you didn't know about narcissism. Now you know that the narcissist wants to toy with people. They want to create drama and manipulation. They want to triangulate other sources of supply with you. And that's what was happening when you were in the relationship. Maybe even now it's happening post-relationship because you haven't blocked them yet. But the narcissist, they collect people. They collect broken hearts. They collect broken relationships. They collect other people's money and other people's assets and other people's time. This is what the narcissist does. They're a walking doomsday machine. They walk through life taking whatever they can, playing the victim card, playing the superiority card, playing the entitlement card, playing the woe is me card. They will do whatever they want to because they have certain masks meant for certain people. And they need to prepare these masks for the people when they know they're going to see them. That's what the narcissist does. That's why so frequently post-relationship, or even when you were in it, you would be looking and watching and observing the narcissist, how they behaved with other people. And you would notice that they would be treating complete strangers better than you at times. And then you would also notice that when certain people would be in the presence of the narcissist, if those certain people had something to offer the narcissist, well, the narcissist would bat their rosy cheeks or bat their eyelashes or act really interested, because the narcissist is always doing homework. They are collecting data. They're doing their reconnaissance, and they did it on you, and they're now doing it on the new supply, but they were doing it throughout that whole relationship, because there's no such thing as stability in a narcissistic relationship. You don't just get this. What you get is this: high, low, high, low, high, low, push, pull, push, pull. You don't get anything. That's why you're always walking on eggshells. That's why when the front door would open, you didn't know if it was Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde. That's why whenever you encountered the narcissist, you would be holding your breath. Could you tell them the truth about how your day went? Or would they just be, I don't really care about your day. They don't want to hear about it, because usually it's the second part. They don't want to hear anything about you. And you find out that you lose your sense of self. You lose your identity. You lose your voice when you're in the narcissistic relationship, because you can't share things with the person because they don't care about them and they don't want to hear about them unless it benefits them. This is how the cycle goes on and on. It goes around in a loop. There is the love bomb / euphoric stage. There's the devaluation stage. There's the ending of the relationship. And then at times there's the Hoover. But the cycle will always go on. It just needs to go on without you. That's why I suggest so frequently in the community and on the channel to go no contact and block these people. If not now, when? If you're waiting for the narcissist to come back and say that they want to work on things and they've changed and they found Jesus and they're a whole different person and they've seen a therapist, etc., and that's real, none of that's real. Now, I'm not saying that they didn't find Jesus. I'm not saying that they didn't see a therapist, or etc. I'm not saying that they don't fakely want to get back in the relationship. What I'm saying is we've already dealt with this. We know that these people are toxic and they don't change. They only will try to keep you trapped. So don't believe in the words of the narcissist. The path is to go no contact, block these people and close the chapter of the book on them and move forward and heal slowly in your time. Because the narcissist, where they thought you would be, they didn't think you'd be here in the community on the channel, getting the wisdom, applying the tools, understanding what gaslighting is, understanding what triangulation is, understanding what a rage fit is, understanding what the smear campaign was. They did not want you ever to look behind the hood and see what's behind the curtain. And that is a very shallow, challenged, toxic, empty vessel, i.e. the narcissist. And they knew this, but what did they do when they met you? They love bombed you. They gave you a dose of the euphoric stage and they had you put your guard down, believing that that person was the best thing since sliced bread. and nothing, and I mean nothing, could have been further from the truth. That person turned out to be a toxic, challenging narcissist, and they knew it because they had done it before and over and over and over again, and they're doing it right now wherever they are on the planet. That's why the narcissist can't sit still. That's why the narcissist has multiple smartphones. That's why the narcissist is always on the go. That's why the narcissist gives people the endless to-do list, because they need the unpaid helper. And they need people to do things for them because they're lazy and they don't want to do anything themselves. If you took the narcissist, again, I'll share the same example in a different way for this video. If you took the narcissist away from their cell phone for a week, and they couldn't also communicate with a human being for a week, so they could eat, they could breathe air, they could exercise, they could do whatever they want to do, but they have no cell phone, and there's no internet, and there's no human beings around them, they would not have a pleasant experience, because they need people to regulate themselves. And if that actually were to happen, the example I just shared with you, they would have to look behind them and all the skeletons in the closet of the past. They would have to look at all of the family relationships they've blown up, all of the extended family relationships they've blown up, all of the marriages that they've blown up, all of the friend groups and hobby groups they've blown up, that they've just created so much destruction and manipulation in their life. And all it takes is one person, the narcissist, to blow up multiple lives. And they know this, and now you know this, and I certainly know this. So why I'm sharing all these things is where the narcissist thought you would be. They thought you would still be there waiting for them and pining for them, hoping they've changed, hoping you'll give them another chance, etc. That's not the path. When you finally look behind the curtain and you really understand what you were up against a person who did not have your best interest at heart. They most likely abused you any way possible, and they just want to go finish you off. Now, I'm not trying to trigger you or upset you. I'm letting you know that once you know that you're in a narcissistic relationship, or we're in one, and you are in it for 1 minute longer than you need to be, it's 1 minute too long. Because these people don't change, they don't introspect, they don't want to be accountable. They will not apologize and mean it. They will not say they're sorry. They will just try to fool you again and hoodwink you and manipulate you into believing that they have changed and that going back to them is a good idea. It's the worst idea. It will never improve. It never has in the history of humankind, and your relationship will be no different. So again, I'm not trying to upset you or trigger you. I'm letting you know, if you went no contact, maintain no contact. You did it for a reason. And yes, will it be challenging when you go no contact? Sure, it will, for a few days, maybe even a few weeks, who knows, maybe a couple months. But each and every day, the further you get away from the narcissist, the smaller they become. They become nothing but a blip on the radar, and you get stronger and stronger. And you understand that you are the priority. You come first, second, and third, and that the healing path is your healing path, and that the narcissist never wanted you to heal. They wanted you to stay stuck and trapped. They wanted to use you and abuse you and manipulate you until you were left, maybe not even on the planet. This is what the narcissist thinks. They don't think of building people up. They don't think of growing. They don't think of creating. They think of destroying, confusing, and throwing chaos all over people's relationships. Understand what I'm telling you. The narcissist, they knew one thing. They knew that you were a beautiful, bright, shining light, the beautiful, bright, shining light that I speak about on the channel. And they tried to capture you for a period of time, and they succeeded, which was the length of the relationship, but they could not extinguish your beautiful, bright, shining light. They couldn't extinguish mine. That's why I'm here. That's why I created the channel. That's why you're here in the community, because you are myself. You're a beautiful, abundant, bright, shining light. And the narcissist did see what your value was. They saw your empathy, your love, your status, your network, maybe your money, maybe the way you had a huge, loving family, who knows? But they wanted to disrupt that and destroy it. That is why each and every time when these relationships end with the narcissist, and they all do, because the narcissistic relationship has an expiration date. You're now learning that. When these things end, they usually end with a thud, a crash, a bang. And it's not a fun thing to go through the ending of a relationship, whether you were discarded or whether you ended it yourself. But what you need to do is you need to figure out quickly that relationship, it did not serve you. It never has, and it never will. And romanticizing the past, that won't serve you. Did you have good moments in the relationship? Of course you did. I did too. But were they outweighed by all the toxicity and all the gaslighting and the slamming of doors and the disappearing of all your tangible assets and the breaking of all your things and the smear campaign and triangulation and everything? No, not even close. You see, it's not worth it. It's not worth being in these relationships, but you didn't know it back then. You know it now. That's why you're getting the wisdom and you're applying the tools to your life. That is why you need to heal from the relationship. That's why you have to slow your life down and process things and realize that the narcissist is somewhere on the planet doing this exact same thing to other people, not just one person, multiple people. And you were one of those people for a period of time, but you're not in the relationship any longer. That's why you need to heal, and you need to not be pining for the narcissist. Yes, I understand if the relationship ended recently, there's work to be done. I get it. I was there. But my hope is you're doing the work. You are going through it. You're going through the tunnel, and you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And the tunnel is the healing path, by the way. And you're understanding that, yes, today may be challenging, but tomorrow will be better, and the next day will be better, and so on and so on and so on. So understand what I'm sharing with you. Stay focused, stay true, stay on the path. Do not ever give the narcissist another opportunity to enter your life, because now you know what you are up against. And the narcissist is a petulant child. What they want to do is keep people trapped in that cycle. That is why, again, before I close the video, the narcissist many times will tell you, all of my exes want to get back with me. I could get them back in a second. Do they mean that? Yes, they do, because they know how to place people in the devaluation stage and keep them trapped in the narcissistic fog. But that's not you. You're out of it, or you're exiting it. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You're not alone. Remember that. You are not alone. God bless you all. I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. And remember, where the narcissist thought you would be is not where you are, because you are getting the wisdom. You're becoming awakened and aware, educated and empowered. That's not anything the narcissist thought you would do, but that's what you're doing. And you need to continue on the path, continue to heal, and continue to become the strongest version of yourself, the most galvanized version known to humankind. I love you all. God bless you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. All right. Bye, everybody.